buckets. So wish us luck and Steinkers. Whoa, wait. One more time. Tell us how long was that ride?
25, 30 seconds.
Like part of the way across the lake?
Yeah, it was a good one. That's a solid one.
Are we live? Are we here? Did we make it? Is it Sunday? Are you alive? I'm so happy that we're all here together. Oh my goodness me. I missed you guys. Where have you been? Where have I been? We'll catch up on that in a second. And Melissa's here, and Rocky is here. Good to see you. Allison, who just put on the most outrageous show and sale. Thank you so much for that, Allison. That was fantastic. Patricia's here. Alabama, USA is here in the house. Ken's here. And you guys are all wowing and an aching. Oh, I got to tell you all about that. Yeah, I'm a aching too. Ryan's here. Good to see you. Thank you guys for coming. Looks like Jeff is in the house as well. And my blessings, my best wishes to you and your house, Jeff. It sounds like you guys have been going through some stuff. And so, you guys, it's Sunday. And we did miss some stuff, but we're here to catch up. I'm sorry I missed you on Friday. I saw that there were some really great shows going on. I've been trying to catch up since we got our happy landings here. It feels like it's only been hours since we got our feet on the ground. Tiger Eye is here in the house too. Good to see you guys. So yeah, first of all, we were out opal mining at the Oregon Fire Opal mines over there on what I believe is the Outlaw Rocks claim, and we had an amazing time. I have to say that Troy and Michelle are fantastic hosts. We just had such a great experience opal mining. I'm going to share some of that with you this evening, and we'll definitely be going back to do some more of that. It was crazy. Oh dear, Jeff. Yeah, I think I saw something about that. And so everybody, big virtual hug for Jeff and Vicky. And send all of your positive and healing vibes to them. It sounds like a really hard time, and I'm so sorry. And so we're going to cheer everybody up with some opal gazing, though. We'll do some of that. And then also, I did receive a box from 775 Rockhounding, and I am really excited to open up that. Kid Curry is in the house. Good to see you. So we've got that to cover. We also have a mysterious envelope that did land in my post box while we were out and about gallivanting around for a combined errand of doing, of course, the mining and having a bunch of fun. But we were also celebrating my birthday and then also our anniversary. And so it's kind of that kind of time of year where we do a bunch of running around and having a good time. And so we're going to open up the card that a few of you already know about, apparently. So we'll be checking in on that. And so I did want to Steinkern for everyone. Steinkerns to you, and may all of your healing happen with ease. May you feel better and have a peace upon you. Cheers to you this evening. Health to you and yours. Hug your people and your dogs, everyone, and your pets and your cats and your birds and your turtles and all the things to make sure that they all know that they're loved and you're loved as well. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining in tonight and all of the happy birthday wishes that you guys did send my way. I'm sorry that I didn't reply to everybody's. I'm still working on getting caught up. We had not very much signal while we were out and about. We love to go to remote places, and it makes it difficult for me to collect messages and then also to reply to them. I did see, I think, most of them. I'm still in the process of catching up. So give me a minute and I'll make sure to reply to everyone. I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate all of your birthday and well wishes. So you also did see us on the lake there. We have been wing foiling, and you saw Steve making it look easy. And the lake that we were going to, you saw a lot of the wingers in the background. There's wing foilers, and then there's also kiters that go there, and then there's also kite foilers, and then there's also windsurfers and wind foilers. And so there's a whole bunch of this activity on the water that makes it look like a bunch of colorful butterflies or dragonflies just moving around on the water. It's really magical. And I did have for my birthday my longest ride yet, which I was shouting about during the beginning of the live tonight. You probably did notice I was just a bit glimmery and huge smiley because it was really exciting. Lisa's in the house. Good to see you, Lisa. Glad that you're here. Yeah, wingers. You never ever thought that that would be a cool thing, right? And so, yeah, wing foils, whatever you want to call it, it's what we do. And so, what I think that we'll start off with tonight is the envelope that Lisa sent me, and I think I can get it up here on the stage. Also, can do the thing that makes it more important than I am. And so this is what it looked like. I did cover up the bits that matter. And so here's this. Boy, that's awfully close. Ah, that's so sweet. I already see fun. You guys are all so fun. It was really neat watching everybody supporting each other over there on the Allison's live stream. Everybody was gifting and auctioning and helping out Allison and each other. As always, I feel really like it's my honor to be part of this community. You guys treat each other so well. So what you are what you eat. Today you are cake and beer. How appropriate. Thank you so much. And uh, thank God, who wants to be friends with a salad? Happy birthday. Thank you again for those. Whoa. Oh my gosh. There's funds in here. There's funds, you guys. Oh my goodness. And we have a note. And this is oh my gosh, Lisa, you are amazing. Gem Cut Studio for Karen. I am so touched. Oh, you have no idea. That is so fantastic. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, wow. And the monies. Don't see that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'm shocked and amazed. And like I was just saying, it's such a pleasure to be in a community with all of you who are so kind and giving and thoughtful. I mean, who would have ever thought to get me Gem Cut Studio for my birthday? Lisa and you guys, thank you so much. It's going to go to really, really good use. It's so exciting. You guys are amazing. It is glowing. Oops, here's this. Wait. There's that. Yep, it is glowing. And thank you so much, Lisa. I don't know what I did to deserve such a friend as you. You are such a fabulous person. Really, really, from the bottom of my heart, I consider myself so lucky to know you. Thank you, Lisa and Ken and everybody else who was in on this. I think that Melissa said she knew about it. And I'm not sure who. Oh, is there more note? Is there more note? Read the note. I was like, really, really. Okay. I didn't know that there was more note. All right, here we go. Going through the note. They're like screaming at me. Oh, here it is. Okay. There's a note. Like, I didn't know if it was just more invoicing and I didn't want to show stuff that had too much information on it. So I'm getting to it. Yep, 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 yep. And that. I was trying to be discreet, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Reading the note. So look at this. Read the note. Read the note. Read the note. Read the note. You guys are hilarious. Okay, so happy birthday, Karen. As it is your birthday, we all got together and contributed towards your gift. Gee, I hope it fits. You guys knew just my size. um, let me take that down. And since you have all those new materials to work on now, if you only knew how much you inspire us, oh my gosh, you guys are going to make me cry all the time. Thank you for all that you do and who you are. Taking a deep breath. You guys are so awesome. Okay, from Lisa and Ken and Melissa and Cheryl. And that's Cheryl Revere and also Cheryl's Soulful Creations, Christina Anderson, Josh, Ryan, Daniel. Oh my gosh, excuse me, guys. Chris and Caleb and Cynthia and Jeff of J&V Rockhounding, Diane, Jennifer, and you guys say enjoy. Stein Kearns, cheers, happy birthday. You guys. Oh, sorry. All right. You got me. You broke me. Yeah, like I did. I read the note. Yay. All right. You all knew about it. Allison says. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's really humid in here, you guys. You kept it a secret from everyone but me. Oh, you guys are the best. I know, right? There's no crying and rock hounding. It makes mud happen. Oh dear. You guys are the most awesome. I do know what you meant. Oh, wow. That is so exciting. Thank you so much. Ah, you guys blow me away. I hardly know what to say. So thank you. Thank you, and I appreciate and love you all. That's the best, most articulate I think I can be at the moment. All right. I'm going to try not to be on my heels right now. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. And there's an explanation. Obviously, people chipped in more than the program cost. So that's a Steinkern fund. Thank you. Or something to use the program on your choice. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, I promise you, you all get to come along and enjoy the beautiful ride of what happens, what are the happenings in the Gem Cut Studio. It'll be my pleasure if you guys want to come along. I'll definitely uh, show you what what I start cooking up. You've seen what Patrick does. He's making his own cuts. We get to make our own cuts. You guys are so excited. We have all of this opal. Okay. Whew. Bring it down. Bring it down. Ratchet it back. Okay. Taking deep breaths. Everybody breathe. Let's Steinkern together. Cheers to you all. You guys rock. You know you rock. Wow. What an awesome beginning. Sunday live. We are alive. Oh boy. All right. I really appreciate that. And my mom is in the house. She is responsible for the birthday. Eric the cat is in the house. Good to see you. And Lisa's saying it's from the whole community. You guys all rock. It's not just me or even me and Ken. It's all of us. We love you and all you do for us. Happy birthday in Steinkern. Thank you, Lisa. You'll make me cry again. So I'm taking a deep breath, deep breath. Oh, this is a good idea. This is a really good idea. Can't wait to see the standard Lisa Brilliant. That's gonna have to be like my first design. We'll figure out if it's like a standard round or if it's gonna be something more fancy. Lisa's pretty fancy, so it's gonna have to be something really, really fantastic. Yeah, thank you. Oh, Jahik. Jahik is here too. Cheers to you. Good to see you. I hope, pardon me, gosh. I hope that your event went well. I'm trying to catch up on everything, so not sure. So let us know. How did your event go? And Rocky Mountain Bear, did I say hi to you when you came in? It's all mom's fault, says Kid Curry. Yep, yep, yep. All right. The SLB, right? Yeah. Standard Lisa Brilliant. Or that might be special Lisa Brilliant because she is awesome. Wow, this is fantastic. As as though, I couldn't have had a better birthday. It just got better, you guys. I can't believe it. I'm so blessed. Thank you. Okay. So, moving on to the very next bit of business. Jeff is throwing in the mine would have to be one of those wild and natural cuts, spontaneous and chaotic, perhaps. I think it would be an entertaining cut. That is for sure for you, Jeff. Um, very very entertaining and full of good jokes. And so, what we're going to do here is bring this back up to the stage. We have this parcel that was sent over from, I'm hoping I'm not putting anything bad up here. Huh. Yeah. Okay, good. We're good. I mean, not bad, just like a too much information situation. We've got all of this packaging here, and this is from the very kind and wonderful Mr. Brian over there at 775 Rockhounding in the fabulous state of Nevada. And I did want to mention to you guys, you probably know that he has a Facebook account. I'm sorry, I've got it out of the screen right now so that I can cut it open. These unboxings, like I should figure out a smooth way of doing it, perhaps with a opening, just to make sure that I can get into the proper boxing. Okay, so we have this one, not one, but two great boxes that came out of this here bag. So what I was saying was that Jeff has a Facebook group, and I'm sorry, not Jeff, Brian. Sorry, Jeff. Yes, like strike that and switch it. Brian over at 775 Rockhounding has a Facebook group, and right now he's got a bunch of his stuff that he is posting up on his group that you can get, like some of his amazing finds in Nevada. And I like a whole cornucopia of wonderful stuff. If there's any way that one of the wrenches could go grab that from Facebook and maybe pop up the link for Brian's group up in the chat, that would be super duper cool. And I'm going to catch up in the chat really quick while we're doing that. And Eric the Cat, my birthday was over on the 23rd, but I was totally out and about, roaming the countryside, and we also did have an anniversary, so we got gone, we got remotely gone, where there was no cell signal, and there was no coming in or out of the interwebs for either of us for quite some time, which was actually an incredible pleasure to be unplugged for what amounted to, we touched down at home a couple times, but it was basically about 2 weeks of running around aimlessly, like some kind of crazy wild ruffians. And it was a really good time. And okay, let's see. We got it. All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. I really, really appreciate that. And so this is how you would get over there. If you see that in the chat, you can follow that link, and you can check out what Brian's got over there. I actually was able to get lucky with a parcel that he had shown me, and so some of this is something that I acquired, and then there's way more here, it seems. And I know that this community is a little bit um guilty of, you get a box and there's like nowhere, like it's way more than what the box ever was supposed to be full of. And so that is what this seems to be, the situation of. I was trying to get some space here, and let's see, we have, ooh, I'm knocking opals around. And we have a mysoulofrock.com. So very, very cool items that you can get with all sorts of rock loveliness on them. Gotta love the gem gazing that you can wear. And then, of course, all this wonderful packaging. Oh no, Allison's phone ran or died on the live using old phone right now. Oh no. Useless wrench. No, never, never, Allison. You are never useless. And it looks like we start off right out of the gate with a really super cool agate that looks like it's got some polka dots in it, possibly Montani, like dendritic, possible. um I like, if I listen closely and my saw is screaming, then I know it's a Montana, because the saws can smell the Montanis like from a mile away. Let me see if we can see into the sky at all. A little bit of water there. Yeah, some nice dots. That looks like it's going to be a good time. And if I didn't know any better, I would think that that was some Montani agate right there. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay. So, looking good. Looking good. And hey, I also wanted to look at that, like it looks uh like a waterline banded agate, but it's the dots are making the bands. How cool is that? Or delineating the bands. I like that. That is very cool looking. All right. And so I wanted to say, hey, if John is watching and not able to be here either during the live or is silently watching through other technology, thank you for watching. And we miss you, dude. And we can't wait until you have your technology sorted out, because we miss you. And Amber is here in the house. Good to see you. And yeah, I got one of these from Melissa. Ooh. Yeah, definitely. I agree. and Soul is here in the house, and she is saying he is very generous with the packages, and I did hear that myself as well. And here we are experiencing it. And we are looking at what looks like some pet wood here that is cut in um yeah, like, so there would be the tight grain, and so we've got like kind of more, I'm forgetting all my terms. There's like the axis and radial. So yeah, one of the cuts where you get like you're not with the grain. Yeah, that is beautiful. And that, I'm betting, is going to look fantastic underneath the microscope. We're going to have to discern what we do. And then there you go, some more grains there. Beautiful cut. You guys know how much I love my petrified wood. Just gorgeous. And these are really nice slices, like super smooth already. Like, probably could start off with a 280 on these. And of course, I'm saying this because, my brain is already going to like, oh yeah, let's let's polish some of that. Let's see. And there we go. Backlighting. A little bit of ambient backlighting for you. Look at that. That's not ugly. That's some nice silicification. Kapow. Try not to blind you guys. See about the other. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Wow. I mean, talk about macrocosm to the microcosm. That looks like a sunset through the trees, like the backlighting. Very cool. Very cool. And Jennifer is here in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Beautiful material. Yeah, I agree, Eric. My gosh. I love some good wood. And Ryan, mood lighting. Yeah, right? I love that mood. I'm always in that mood. And Kirk is here in the house. Quarterson. Cut it if it was real wood. It's called quarterson piece. Thank you so much, Kirk. Thank you for the whys there. I was looking for, I have the directions in my head and was not finding the words. Margaret is here. Good to see you, Margaret. Thank you for coming. And a very thorough and awesome job of packaging did Brian do. Oh, this is awesome. Oh my gosh, snakeskin agate. How cool, you guys. Look at that. Oh, this stuff is so neat. And so, if you're not familiar, these are, agate nodules, and then they get this like crazy skin that looks like snake skin. So, that is how they get their name. And one of the things that people do with these that is really, really neat, sorry about the focus, is they will tumble these just enough so that you see, a really defined snakeskin pattern, and you can see the three-dimensional version of that very, very reptilian agate. Just beautiful. And so I'm not entirely sure. Let's bring this guy up here. Kid, good question. Where are they found? And my answer is that I'm not sure how many places in the world you can find this, but there is a place in southern Oregon over towards the Nevada border that you can find it kind of near Rome. And so, yes, Rome, Oregon, not Italy. And so I'm imagining, if we have some up here in Oregon near the border, there's probably some down there also in the Nevada region. And Ken is saying, and Brian said that he was going to try to make it, may or may not. And so if he swings in, we can ask him. And meanwhile, Ken has a piece of carnelian snakeskin that's going into his next polish run. Very cool. Came in a mixed bag. Wish I knew it was where it was from. Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know that. You know, it makes sense that this stuff comes in different flavors. Like that there would be, this seems more clear, and then that there's the potential for the carnelian. And I'm not getting a whole lot of backlighting. I was kind of hoping that this would give us a little bit of a sense on that reptilian pattern of the snakeskin, and we're just going to have to maybe tumble a piece, or you can look it up. And it is a very, very cool end result, so can check that out. Yeah, doesn't it, Amber? Carnelian with that skin sounds epic. And Margaret is saying, Ken, is it interesting under the microscope? Which is a question I would imagine that we're all asking Ken, because he is the microscope king. Always treating us to some amazing things. Perhaps the next time that he comes onto the microzone, we can talk him into putting some of that stuff underneath the microscope for us all. That would be really cool. And so we have, oh my gosh, picture Jasper. My knees just went super weak. Wow. Not sure which. Yep, it was probably this way. Gosh, this is really good looking stuff, like it's Bigs. Oh my gosh. Uh we were talking about how generous he is, and some pet wood. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely gorgeous too. I'm going to try not to say that too many times in a row, but sometimes words fail for what you're thinking. Might have to get that wet just so that you guys get a good look at it. And let me share this that Jeff just said also. So, what I have heard about tumbling snakeskin agate is don't start them on stage one. I don't know for sure why, other than maybe they are softer. I think that the crust on the outside is softer, and so if you started them on a one, they would just get clean. And so that sounds like a good suggestion. Excuse me. And so perhaps somebody who knows about the tumbling might also share if they know about that. Look at this cool cut of rainbow wood, you guys. Wow. That is super cool. And this had to have been a big log, considering how large um the cells seem to be setting up. That's going to be extraordinary also underneath the microscope. We're going to have a really chock-a-block microzone coming up very soon. Oh, we've got two more. Look at that. Look at how fine, like couldn't be more of an antithesis of each other. Look at how fine this graining is. Wow. My gosh. That is like super teeny weeny. Let me get these wet. And so we'll schedule another microzone so that we can slow down and look at all of this stuff, since we've got such kind of a full evening tonight. This box could have been its own night, I'm thinking. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Really, really, really nicely silicified as well. It's a thick piece, but I still have a feeling that we're gonna, yeah. She's a glowing, guys. Definitely glowing through all of that cellular structure. That is just beautiful. Take that out so I don't blind you. Bring it in from the other side. Outrageous. Wow. Just long ribbons of the xylem. It's really interesting to see how different trees in different conditions petrify in totally different designs. That is captivating to me. Just amazing. And yeah, Lisa is saying, as to Jeff's comment, because you don't want to remove the snakeskin pattern, and yes, the crust is softer, yeah, than the chalcedony center. Um, I'm imagining that's some kind of crust left over from volcanic activity, um, and thus perhaps being a bit more fragile. And we've got some big chunker here. My lordy, yes. Um, it would, Margaret, make absolutely incredible cabs. And so I'm sure that we're going to see not only some of this under the microzone. Oh my gosh, be still my heart. My gosh, look at this. And this is a pretty big chunk. So that is a big chunk of picture jasper, you guys. Look at how good it goes through that part. Whoa. Wow. Oh my goodness. That's going to take some planning to know how I want to tackle that exactly, but oh my goodness, that's some good landscape. That's some good landscape, baby. And so Amber, which material did you want on the bolo tie? I would love to know. Yup, that's noise. Right? Oh my gosh, this stuff is just blowing me away. This is very I don't know if it's coming out. You can see what I just got wet. It's very polychrome. Like we've got some very distinct the ochres and the sand color going into the oranges and the rust color, and then like fairly green, which is so fetching. My goodness. The blue. Yeah. Margaret, you got good taste. Good taste. Holy crap, that's pretty. Yes, it is. Melissa, I would have to agree. It's funny, this odd size, or this odd shape. I'm trying to like get it underneath the camera properly. We will play with this, guys. I promise you. We'll have a look at how to engineer perhaps some slices off of this that make the most amount of sense. I mean, this is just spectacular. Brian, you the man. You the man, man. Wow. Just when a girl thinks that she can't get any luckier. Oh, yeah. All right. Let us all Steinkern over the first box. And cheers to you. Amber is saying, as far as that bolo tie, that petwood, but this jasper too. Right, you're not kicking anything to the curb, are you? Cheers to that. And Daniel, I was wondering about this. Daniel says he can't make it tonight, but wants to send his blessings to everyone. Daniel was definitely having some technical difficulty during Allison's live sale, and so I hope he's okay. And Blind Squirrel Rocks is here. The bell of the ball of the last live. My goodness, your generosity in that last box just blew everybody away. We're gonna have so much fun cabbing up some more of the horn coral, but you sent that honeycomb coral that is going to be amazing. So we have so much work to do together, and you guys are all going to do it with me. A lot of lapidary and cutting of rocks. It's going to be a good time to be had by all. And Daniel, when you watch this later, Soul would love to say sorry you're having issues with the internet. Absolutely. And Amber would like to send her blessings to Daniel as well. And you just can't have too much cheese. Not random. Oh my gosh. And you got more stuff today. Awesome. Boy, you are sitting pretty where you are, and thank you for sharing what you have with the community and myself, and I promise to share it around as well. It's been such a fun time to cut it, and then who wants horn coral coins to give away? I mean, it's kind of like, throwing your money in the air or something like that. It's been a real pleasure working your material. Thank you so much. And so we got another box. We got another box right here. So one more cheers and we'll get into that. And has fall hit anybody yet? I mean, my birthday is usually either right on the equinox or right around it. And it's always so strange. Like the vibe completely changes when we were driving down to begin our gallivanting around. It was, fairly still summer looking around, and almost like clockwork, on the other side of my birthday, the leaves were turning in the mountains, and the aspen were quaking with the golden leaves. It was really, really impressive. And so, how about you guys? Are you experiencing some of the fall already? And do you like it? Is it welcome? Or are you like gripping on to summer like you never want it to leave? I would love to know. Because for a lot of us, it's the end of the mining season, and it's time to kind of go back into the studio. And then for other people, like where their minds might be in very hot territory, it's the beginning. And so it's kind of interesting. I always love to hear. And so we've got Jennifer saying, winter's coming, so time for projects and tea and hot cocoa. Yeah. And so there's something to be said sitting inside the studio with it just hammering rain outside, and it's cold and dismal there, and it's nice and toasty inside. I hear that. And the grass shrimp is here as well. Good to see you. And thank you for the happy birthdays. I've had like the best of all time. You guys all have made it very, very, very special. I really appreciate you all. And I had to drop in to get into the zone. Happy to have you in the zone, grass shrimp. Always a good time with all y'all here. And Allison is saying kind of one of the sentiments that I have. It's so cold here today and very windy. Now I do love the wind. You guys know why, but like, yeah, the cold not as fun, and it seems to put a kibosh on any of the outdoor types of studio work that you might do. And Ryan says, fall in the morning, summer in the afternoon. Now, this is a good combination. I do like that. When you're bebopping around in shorts and a t-shirt during the day, but then you need to put like a sweater on at night. That's fun. I like fall for that. And Eric says, I like the longer nights of fall. Uh, telescope is imaging galaxy and nebula right now. Oh, very cool. Okay, Eric. So we would love to see some of that. You should share with us on the Discord that stuff. And I enjoy this as well. Gotta hit that like. Thank you, Grass Shrimp. Less, you get like the bad side of the cold and the not so good side of the fall. And let's see. Soul also agrees summer in the day, fall at night. Yeah, it's a good thing. And William the Dub says, still kind of summery here in VA. Acorns are falling, but leaves are still green. Yeah, I did notice like it was a little bit on the fence as we were traveling through uh the Klamath area. We were in the south of Oregon, going through some of the ancient mountains that were part of our original terrain, where the serpentinite and granite thrives, as opposed to so much of the basalt. Although we also did drive through the Crater Lake area, where there's tons and tons and tons of fun volcanic stuff as well. It was such a good time, you guys. I can't wait to share some more of the imagery of all that. And Ken says it's fall when it's cool enough to open the windows at night and I can work later during the day outside. So that's nice too, right? Because you deal with some serious high temperatures during the summer. I get that. The valley is gorgeous, but the shorter days are kind of sad, Margaret. I have to agree with you. I really like super long days where I can be rambunctious for super long. um, and let's see. Oh, grass shrimp. Are you talking about the stuff from Gem Fields? I will. So we're supposed to be going through this box, and we will. But tangent. We're talking about the weather, and also the thing about the gem field and the stuff that Melissa got. If you're talking about that, I'm not entirely sure if you are, but we'll probably do an auction sale type thing, maybe once a month from here on out. That was a really good time. It seemed like everybody had what they were happy with what they got, and it's a fun hangout, and it's a way that I can share both through the giveaways and then also through the auctions and sale, some of the stuff that we go out and get. And so, when we pay to play, then I feel fine about passing that on to you guys. And so that's the deal with, say, Gem Field, and then probably some of this opal, after I go through it, might be available for our next auction. Although, I'll probably be a little bit like Gollum for a little while with my pile of opal. We'll see. But if that was what you were talking about, then that's what we'll do. We've got leaves changing in northern Minnesota and Wisconsin. Very nice. And we have windy on the west side today. At like Allison says, kid. And oh dear Lisa, yep, it's cold here now, and I don't like it. Yep. Yeah, isn't that crazy how Oregon just just flips the switch on moods. And we've been pretty chilly here, although at least the sun's been shining. I do appreciate that. Like when the sun goes away, we're in big trouble here on the coast. Then you've got like the fog and the mist and everything's wet all the time, and it's that bone chilling cold that it's hard to get out of you. Amber saying it's getting chilly at night, but fantastic all day. Very cool. And Blind Squirrel Rock says, I know that fall has officially arrived when I have to take the leaf blower down the creek so I can see the rocks on the bank. Ah, I love that. Who would have thought of taking the leaf blower down to the banks of the creek so that you can rock hound? I salute you. That is so awesome. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, too much rain. I agree. Yeah, it's about to begin where it feels like we're driving our house through like the car wash for days. Like we're about to get our siding washed, like power washed. So yeah, I love this technology. You got to know how to use it, right? That's a good use of it. I love it. And finding all the beauties underneath the leaves, right, Eric? And this is interesting. I used to live in Trail and Medford. Oh my goodness. We just blew past a bunch of that, and I love that neck of the woods. We had a good time playing down in the southern region. In fact, we tried to do some winging on the Klamath Lake itself, and stayed along the Umpqua for some camping. It was a good time. I've got some rocks to show you guys from there as well. And astro photos too, also, but too smoky for North Wyoming fires. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jennifer, but that sounds very cool that you guys are doing the astro photography. Please, 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 please share. And we will be getting to the opal very soon, Alabama. Like, I love this. Remember? Remember that? Like, okay, tangents. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so let's get to this thing. Here, let me switch this. You guys are good. You keep me on track. We have a keychain. I love it. Thank you so much. 775 Rockhounding. Go check it out and check out that page that he has on Facebook where you too can get some of this good stuff. Pardon me. You guys recognize Kyle's sticker. And we have Brian's sticker. Very cool sticker. Those are going to definitely go in important places. We have S Wing, which is, Allison was asking about how many of us have left rock hammers behind. I'm actually wondering if I left one of my rock hammers behind at the Opal mine, which is fine because I will go back and get it. Although we were the last that they were bringing out to their mine this year. I feel so, so lucky. We were the last ones. And so another one, very, very cool. Thank you so much. Wow. Like, I feel like I'm sponsored. S-Wing. These are all going to go in super. I love stickers. Everybody loves a good sticker toss, right? And so we'll go ahead and toss these in all the good places. Wow, these are fantastic stickers. Look at that. Sticker toss. And I love the Royal Peacock. They have showers and laundry, and their bathrooms are awesome. The camping is fabulous. A good time, a very good time. And this is actually this is Chris Rose. And I have every intention of doing this next season, guys. And of course, from the Royal Peacock as well. Thank you so much, Brian, for including all the swag. Gotta love it, especially that keychain. Thank you so much. And what a really, really bonus, fantastic box we've already had here. And yeah, everybody's hoping that we post each other's pictures of the astro photography. And Bob is in the house. Good to see you, Bob. Bob's been doing lives, you guys. You gotta like keep an eye out for Bob. And if you are not subscribed to Bob yet, go subscribe. It's a good time to hang out while Bob is doing the live. Oh my gosh. I think it's some of that fluorite, you guys. Oh, sorry. I was saying something just then, but my mouth got hijacked. Oh, that is so cool. Fantastic. And another twister, rock twister has been, Lawanda has been getting on her fluorite jam as well. Go check that out. But oh, thank you, Brian. Oh my gosh. This is soul. Right? All right. If anybody, oh, thank you, Melissa. Coming up with the slinging of the wrench. Here's Bob's channel. Check it out. Subscribe. Fun lives. Chit-chatting about rocks and goats. And I was going to try to, just amalgamate the whole sentence into one word. I'm going to try not to do that, though, because it might sound like swearing. And oh, okay. So you guys, out of all this stuff that I have just unwrapped, that was the generosity of Brian. And here's what I got. I got this popcorn turquoise. Isn't it pretty? I'm so excited. Nice, stable, already been tumbled, ready to play with popcorn turquoise. Oh, about half a cup. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So Twitter painted over this. I love natural turquoise. and I have done a fair amount of carving now on it. Not so much cabin. I've been loving doing the carving. And so these little victims are going to become probably some things. And we've got, yes, this is true. My eyes have been hijacked too, right? All right, and so wet the fluorite, then UV it. Okay, I think I have my UV down at my feet. I'm not sure if it's charged because we took it on our trip, and it might be out of gas because we had to play like UV at night. We'll see. We will see actually, and we've got Oh, excellent. So, alive next Saturday over at Bob's place. Don't miss it. Be there, be some kind of strange shape that you might not like to be. Um, yes, very nice collection of the popcorn turquoise. And I love the variations in tones. And I'll probably cut some of it just to see what is going on inside. And then even if I cut it and it's not like super amazing, then I can always just carve it into something. So I am so excited. Stable turquoise, American stable turquoise. So exciting. Okay. And Patricia, you are very, very generous. But yeah, this is going to be such a riot to work on for some jewelry. Very, very excited. And Willow Rocks is here. Hi, good to see you. And so, oh my gosh, and I think there's still some more in here. Oh gosh. Okay, so before we go on, well, no, actually, I'll go on to the end, and you guys can remind me of the fluorite because I will hit it with the UV. I've just got a few more pieces left here. Not like we're trying to rush through or anything. I'm super shocked and amazed. I didn't understand that it was going to be so, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at this material. That is gorgeous. Let me get this. Yeah, they are beautiful. Let me get this all wet. I'm kind of wishing that he was here. So if y'all want to shout at me, this looks like um, an amalgam of some azurite, possibly malachite or chrysocolla here. And I don't know, that probably means that it's local. I just don't know. This is a gorgeous material, though. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that I'm holding on to this, you guys. Yeah, well covers it. Yeah. A Shattuckite. Okay, is that what it is, Ken? Shattuckite and Veracite? Is this a Shattuckite then? I'm somewhat not like this could be, I guess, Veracite. I'm a little thrown off because it's got like this lapis going through it. So, and it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that they have that sort of thing. Willow, you should drop it immediately and send it to me. Uh-huh. It looks like opal on TV. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. And look at this. Look at this. Now that is absolutely gemmy. That is so gemmy. So it feels like it's lapis-y and chrysocolla-y. Azurite chrysocolla, possibly. Is that what Shattuckite is? Or it just looks gorgeous to me, says Lisa. Oh, and it sounds like Soul got some too, and wish she had labeled hers. And yeah. Okay, we've got some wise, I think, going on here. That is nice Veracite if it is. And then we have Parrot Wing chrysocolla is the green. Is this what we're talking about then? This stuff here? Brian, we need help. This stuff is just incredible though. So this is an end, which means that I get extra meat on this one, and that will be super fun to play with. And then we got this chonklet, which will be amazing to play with. And then this little chonklet here, which will be like going to the, I will probably polish that like within the next couple of days because I'm going to be doing a bunch of this. Yeah, it does feel like an azurite combination, you know, with the chrysocolla perhaps, since we've got like those really kind of sea green inclusions there too, and a dog hair. So Dogga-cola. Wow. Oh, there's one more piece. I am just floored. I am shocked. Oh my gosh, look at this. Actually, this could be Parasite. Oh, be still my heart. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how gemmy that is. Look at that one right there. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I know what nice is. Papa Cola. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that looks like a butterfly wing to me for sure. And yeah, I do wish that he was gonna he knew he was gonna try. And then wait, there we go. We have Papacola and would make mad earrings. Yes, it would very much be so pretty. And we have Woofacola. I love it. And Soul would like to point out that they probably wouldn't be mad earrings. They might be very happy. Look at more on this side. Oh, that is some gemmy stuff. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Oh, you guys are going to be like wringing my hands and wondering what to cut and polish next because I've got a nice queue now with all of the different possibilities that we have. Okay. Agates there sent the bat signal to Boyan. Right? If it wasn't an opal extravaganza, if it was an agate extravaganza, he would have come to the party, right? Yeah, notice that there were 0 agates in this selection because you know he's still hanging on to that stuff. This is amazing. This looks very, very gosh, almost fire agate, which is kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm making like a bunch of ASMR for you, and I apologize for that. Okay, so we got these guys. Look at that. Looks very, very much like opal to me. Like that is some very, very gemmy stuff, whatever it is. I think I have like an attractiveness to the opal right now, big time. Like it's just, oh wow, look at the color in that. That is really neat. Trying to get that so that you can see there's like this beautiful like Pinot Noir, maybe Cab Sauv color in there. And then it goes like kind of candy corn, huh? Like a chocolate candy corn. Has the light, and then it's got a flame tip there. That's gonna make a really neat cab. It's almost ready already. Just have to finish her off. So a delightful handful of fire right here. And then we have 2 more. Totally gorgeous. I would have to agree. Tiger eye. Oh, look. Okay, wait a second. The agate the agate did it. That's hilarious. Nice timing, Mr. Brian. Thank you so much. And it looks like we've got some fantastic Turritella and maybe some Gary Green over here on the left-hand side or Liberty, whatever you guys want to call it. anymore. And so we have a question for you about something that happened before, but I don't want to rob these guys of their glory because oh my gosh, these are just gorgeous. Yeah, Brian saw the bat signal is the agate signal. It's like too good. That is so hilarious. And then I like this too. It's a big camembert in puff pastry with a blackberry cabernet sherbet. Yes, I would have to say the sherbet. Yeah, for sure. It that sounds like a tasty treat. I want to I want to. Yeah, right? I agree. I agree. Just trying to be like covering all of my politically correct bases. So these guys are awesome. Now, um first of all, thank you so much, dude. This has been an amazing box. I really, really appreciate you and all of your generosity. Um, first of all, what is this? Um, everybody is like, yes, AMG and all the good stuff. So what do we have here, Brian? We would love to know. It's gorgeous. And then also, we have these guys, and this looks like it's Verisite. I'm not sure what this guy is over here. Possibly having the Azurite as well. So Malacola. So this is the Malacola, and that is fantastic. And thank you, Tiger Eye, for subbing over there to Bob's. So we have, where'd it go? Malacola, and Tiger Eye just subbed to Bob's Rocks. Very, very cool. And Verisite, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. And he is verifying the Verisite and all these other things. Everything is from Nevada. Nevada rocks. And thank you for all of the swag and everything that you added in with these beautiful rocks. Brian, really, really generous and fantastic parcel. And I don't know if you were like just lurking or whatever, but definite squeals on those turquoise. And I really, how much I love Verisite too. And everything like the petrified woods, everything that landed in these boxes are so appreciated. Thank you so much. Oh, and this fluorite. And I was supposed to see if we can, let's see. First, before I turn off any lights, I'm going to see if this is working. No, it's too weak. We'll do it. We'll do it on another live, you guys, for the fluorite. This big chunk of burning fluorite. So cool. I know Soul really wants me to UV this fluorite right now. She's out of gas, but it'll happen the next time. And thank you guys for the reminders. And Brian is thanking everyone, and we are thanking Brian. And you share so good. And if you want to have some sharing happen, or if you want to support some of Brian's rock habits, go over to that Facebook page. We did provide the link earlier tonight in the live stream. It's over on Facebook, and there are rocks there that you can get. So definitely go check it out and help out our fabulous rock brother here, Brian. Thank you so much. Yeah, I promise. I promise, Soul. I will have everything charged and ready to go for the next one. And I appreciate you guys reminding me. So you can remind me next time as well. So here's Brian's. This is the YouTube channel, it looks like, and where you can see some of Brian's material that he actually has available is over on the Facebook too. And so, of course, sub up on his YouTube, and then also go on over there and check out the Facebook. And Brian, I love that. Yes, please put it in all caps if you need me to see it, or you can always like put the at ozone or whatever so that I see it better. But wet the fluorite. Okay, let me get this back up on here like that. Look at this. Will you look at this? How bright is that? That's crazy, you guys. Look look at that. So pretty. So bright. And look at that banding. This is so fancy. I just probably will like gaze at this a lot, but I promise you we'll get the UV light pumped up and ready to go for the next live. We'll have some serious gem gazing because we've got like all of these petrified woods and things to look at underneath the microscope, which we shall do. Since this is kind of more of a let's look at all the rough kind of night. We're having a rough night, guys. This is Sunday. Rough end to the weekend, but just gorgeous. And it looks like Allison just shared Astro Eric the cat's channel. Excellent. Definitely sub up to that too. Thank you for flexing your wrench. I really appreciate that. We'll be watching the Astro stuff. And then where did I see? Oh yeah. I'm not yelling, screaming maybe. Well, hopefully we don't give you a hoarse throat here. I really appreciate everything that you've done. All right, and so moving on, we have we have the camera sagging. Okay, there is just part of some of our opal spoils from the Outlaw Rocks claim that Troy did take us up to. And we did mine this ourselves. And so they are incredible hosts, I have to say. Really had a positive experience, had not done opal mining before. So it was educational. They made sure that we knew what we were doing and we did well. And so just you that are part of the membership that I thank you very much for being part of, got to see a preview of some of these. This is Fire Opal from Oregon. This is what we were out to go get, and you can see that this material has a variety, but it doesn't have the play of color that you would call like a precious opal that you would get from, Australia, or, the rainbow variety that you get over there at the Royal Peacock or what have you. So the Fire Opal that we have here in Oregon describes more of the color. But as I'm moving this flashlight around, because it's an opal, it still bends the light. And so just dependent on what angle you're getting and how much light and what value of light it is, UV or what have you, it does give you a different glow of light, sometimes directionally or due to the part of the stone or the cut of the stone. And so this is some really magnificent and exciting material. And so you're bringing it up out of the ground, and it's looking a whole lot like this. It's born in rhyolite in a vent. And while we're looking upon this like fantastic stew of opal, I'm going to catch up a little bit because I don't want to go off on too much information without making sure that you guys are coming along for the ride here. Pardon me. And everybody make sure to be hydrating and Steinkerning. Steinkerns to you. And Soul, before that goes by too quickly, here, let me share this. Whoop. Okay, so this is Alabama YouTube channel, the Alabama Rocks. So definitely check that out. And then where did that go? Okay. Also, over on Soul's channel, and she's been doing some great lives. You can see more of Brian's beautiful rocks on my most recent unboxing too. And so definitely go check that out. I must have missed it when I was out of town. So definitely do that. And Allison did share Soul's channel right there. So go check it out. And yeah, so freaking pretty is the deal here for sure. Fire Opal. So okay, good. We did get some questions on that because I didn't want to like be too redundant. If everybody understands what the difference between say like precious opal and fire opal is, then I don't need to go into too much depth. But I do want to make sure that everybody kind of is on the same page and we know what we are looking at. Um, and nice sub to another rock channel. Yeah, like we all have, I don't know, it's funny. My when they give me all of my offerings, I just love how totally full of rock channels my shelf is. Onward to cosmic creations, right, Mom? um and here's this. Thank you all for choosing to be kind, which is always Allison's sign off. I love that so much. And Bob saying hi to Mom. Thank you so much for saying hi. And this is, I'm so glad that you brought this up. Grass shrimp. Mexican Opal has the rhyolite host rock also. Saw it on Dave's channel yesterday. And so, yes, we have this like significant situation here where we have a rhyolite flow, oops, heavily uh, volcanic area. And what was explained to me for our specific zone where we were, which I found absolutely fascinating. I love to hear the story on the rocks and the sleuthing that the miner does to figure out where their rocks are going to reside, how like what telltales they're looking for so that they can track down, these veins of beauty that we have here. And so we have the rhyolite flow, and then we have the fissures of these vents of like hydrothermic activity, and these will flow up through and solidify these vugs in the rhyolite with this silicate water combination that is turning to opal. And so so you can see, rhyolite and tuff bonded here to this specimen. And this is what this stuff looks like when it's coming out of the ground. And here we have some of the more potch common opal that is actually showing the dendrites. If you were here at the beginning of the live stream, you saw some of the dendrites under the microscope, and they are either, I'm not entirely sure for this specific location, and I will hopefully find out more. But we're looking at either hematite or manganese dendrites that are coming up through the opal. And so in some of the pieces, get this guy, he's a really good show of our transition. So this, if you were sitting here in the room with me, has sparkle to it. And so like small angles of the metallic are definitely, shining back up at us. And then we have these like tiny little opal fissures going through the material. So we have a metallic mud basically, and then you can see it transitioned into the opal. And in some cases, you have a distinct transition, and in other cases, you have the dendrites. And it looks like this one, not so much of the dendrites, you just have like the ribbing of the opal going through these seams. And it's interesting how much I see like a healed crazing happen in this material also. Like you can kind of see where something might have happened and it like continued on, almost like a breccia that happens sometimes. And so I'm going to go ahead and get caught up on the get that wet again so you guys can kind of see. I just wanted to paint you guys a thumbnail as to what the the whole scene was like. So we are among basically kind of basalt and tough fields in the sagebrush and the junipers, in the mountains where the mine is, and this is coming up in the area that the claim is, and this is what it looks like coming straight out of the ground. So it's fun to not only do the sleuthing to find it, as far as the mine owner goes, but also to hear its story after that sleuthing has been accomplished. And Lady Diana's in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. And let's see, hanging out with the wrong crowd. Well, this isn't it. This is the right crowd, right? And tomorrow does begin opal season, right, Lady Diane? So appropriate for all of us who are absolute, like, desperately in love with our opals for sure. And that is actually probably a reflection from my light behind me. I have a specimen here that I want to show you really quick that shows us the hydrothermal, and then I'm going to show you a red specimen. So this is like sort of those almost kind of like botryoidal, but like castle spire style growths that happen a lot throughout the opal material. So that's kind of like what it looks like at the ends where it doesn't completely solidify. Here's one end where we do see dendrites. And we're seeing a lot of like the rhyolite to opal kind of crusting on this particular piece. And you can just imagine the thermal, hot spring vent that was coming up through here that was issuing that interesting kind of, like I said, this floral growth of this mineral deposit here, and just ribboned with the metallic, which, like I said, I'm not sure, probably like an iron, like a hematite or something like that, but it could also be manganese from what I was just doing a bit of research before we got started here. I will ask Troy specifically to see if he knows exactly what's in his mind, which I do believe he would. And Eric is off to sweet dreams. So thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. And it looks like Cindy is swapping out and coming in. So good to see you, Cindy. Thank you so much. And let's get to a red piece for you. This one was actually in that preview that some of you might have seen. And so we've got, some pretty non-assuming, like you can see as far as the size of it goes, almost a baseball sized piece of what is still having some rhyolite on it, but this is a chunk of opal. I had to catch my breath there because it's pretty exciting to me. Look at that. Will you look at that? Look at that. Hoo, 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 hoo. That is not my sign. behind it, that's the light. And that is th- how it gets its name. That's some of the fire part of the fire opal. And so just shining the light down through. That's what it looks like on the top though. And that's through and through this stone. And yeah, Bob is calling for a cut, cut, cut. You bet your bottom. I'm going to definitely be processing a fair amount of this material as we go through the winter time. I'm looking forward to that. So we're going to move this out of the way. And there's some of these guys. I just really wanted to demonstrate that there were some different flavors to these. And so, here we've got some of the mid-tone material. And the way that you grade it, we're going to do a little bit of that here in just a second, is that, sorry, I should center that better. And this could be wet and it might be easier to see, but this is about as like freakishly orange as anything that you would find in nature. We don't find a whole lot of rocks that are vivid color. That fluorite that we just were looking at, and some of that um Malacola was pretty darn close. But yeah, we just this is true color, like, poppy orange. It's just kind of unbelievable. And then actually without the light, you can see that we have a little bit of a milky center to that one. Um this guy also some pretty decent grade on like quintessential orange fire opal. I mean, looking like an ember. Am I like it's almost like it's uh revisiting its birth, with the volcanic hydrothermal ember situation. Gosh, I think this one, mm, a little bit more red, but like with the light on it, is still kind of producing a yellowish orange tinge. It's going to be your normal, but we also at this mine, this is kind of like a more milky, milk chocolate kind of situation, and it presents as red with the light. And so we're just getting a whole different play. And so as we cut this, it's going to kind of decide to do different things. Some of the stuff that's a little bit more opaque will catch the light, and you'll get like the milk chocolate colors, and kind of like butterscotch colors and things like that. And then the things that are more true clear, like this is a fantastically lemony light, like it goes almost to clear. This is like more of the yellow. I should probably use a smaller light with this guy, otherwise it's going to get blown out. And this one's a neat one because it's got a couple dendrites in it that are just perfect. So you can see those two little perfect trees, perfect little cypress or junies, and that's as lemony yellow as it looks. And so that, when cut, if cut correctly, is going to be a perfect, lemon yellow specimen, where we would have some nice brilliant oranges, or all the way into some red tones. We've got, as you can see here on the board, some of the more kind of creamy butterscotch, I guess, custardy color, so some of it runs a little bit more opaque and some of it more clear. Now, obviously for faceting, we want the clearer stuff. There's another, when you think of sea maggot, like it can run very much like that. And this one even has bots, like it. Let me get this wet because you'll see the some of the more kind of vanilla lemon. There you go. Opal sitting right there. So very lemon, very bright. And, you know, that's what it's looking like coming out of the ground. And actually, Steve used the roto hammer and did dig straight out of the wall for us. And then I did more processing tailings, and that worked out well for me. And so here we have on the tray the array. And so, oh dear, Cindy is having a migraine. I'm so sorry, Cindy. And that Opal guy is here. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And so you can see I've got some from the very blondest, like, you know, straw blonde color, which is going to facet up very neatly and look very cool with some of the champagne sunstones all the way through to some of the deepest color that we have. And so let me go ahead and give you some light on this situation. And we're going to like kind of look at the value of the transparency now. At least this one is working. This light is working. So here's our like very facetable one all the way to the right and almost clear with a body color that is, I would say, you know, light lemon. And next door to it getting a little bit more bold, but still very lemony. And you can kind of see them moving through the ombre of the spectrum. Some of these guys, oh dear, try that again. Some of these guys are having some of the dendrite material or other inclusions, like in this little guy that's kind of shaped like a tooth here in the middle now. I'm not entirely sure what those inclusions are. And so, just dependent on their interest, they could be either used to make a cabochon or faceting more interesting, or it might lose value having it be there. Um, so far we have workable material. First one definitely facetable. Second one not so much because it's a little bit on the opaque side. So I'd probably be more tempted to do a cabochon with something like that. The SGB shot for short. Yeah, I love the tray. Yeah. You know, this is the fun is like making them, you know, landing them up and having them be sexy. This guy, both of these guys here are probably clear enough to do potentially do some faceting with. One of the reasons why you want a clear stone for faceting is because it's all about the bounce of light. So the bounce of light coming through the table, bouncing off the pavilion, and coming back up through to your eye. And so, you know, some of you ask sometimes like, well, what would something look like? This or that other material, what would it look like faceted? Well, if it doesn't have clarity, then it probably doesn't want to be faceted. It would be too much work to facet where it's not going to bounce any light. These guys will bounce light back up through them. And like I told you, they're opals, they're light benders. And so, you know, when they start bending the light in different directions, you start getting different values of color, you know, from one body tone. It's pretty exciting. You can tell that I had a really good time cutting this already, and I can't wait to do it some more. I'm very, very excited. I've loved faceting this already. That's a good, like I could probably facet that. It looks fairly clear. This is not a super strong light, so it's not showing you how clear these are, but you can tell when they're like maybe a little bit too opaque to work well. This one's a very fat stone, has some dendrites that might make a better cabochon, and frame the dendrites in such a way that they get to be special, and instead of being an inclusion that you don't want, making them the superstar. Police lineup dub. Right. Oh, that's great. Yeah, this one steals wallets for sure. Um, and a face. And so we're getting into some of the more red material, which personally I haven't had so much of a chance to work with, and I'm really excited to. A lot of the red material seems to be a little bit more like touch and go when you have opaque. And so I'm going to turn this off for a second so that you can kind of see what they look like without the backlighting. You can see how transparent some of those guys end up being. Hard to see when you're, you know, seeing them so well lit. That has a little cream, you know, inside it. So maybe better cabochon, like I said, steel swallets. This one looking kind of clear. Although when we put the light back on, we can see that it's got either color variation, like some zoning, or it might actually be some opaque. And so that might be fun to play with. This one definitely looking like, it's got some interesting translucence, but it's almost opaque when you turn the light off and we can see some crazing already. Although I can tell you that that's healed crazing, so it's really, really neat. And then we've got the body color and some polka dots on that one. Sorry about the focus. And so once again, do you have those inclusions be a liability? Let me see if I can't get that closer to you. Those polka dots could be interesting or they're a liability. But this red one with the little cinder top to it, that is gonna make a great facet stone. And so through all of these stones that I've just showed you, like maybe 3 of them might be good facet cutters. And so, that might be even a generous ratio to what you pull up out of the ground that, you get, say, 30% things that you could use for faceting. I wouldn't even say it's that high. Although on this tray, we are getting rather lucky. That is a pretty clear stone. And it's got a fracture, but I think I can work around that. And it's not going to be a huge carat stone, but I think it's going to be like fire engine red when I'm done. And that'll be a good time to be had by all. And then as we get to the end of the spectrum, we have a couple, like I'm very interested to see what that one, like, look how red that is. That is like cherry red with the backlighting. These ones a little bit more body opaqueness, like translucence. This one's pretty darn clear. And so let me turn that off again, she said, as she can't. So it's almost like a brown in regular light, and then when it's catching the light, it's fairly red. And so I'm hoping to be able to cut that one into, what might be an amazing stone. And that will probably be like a shallow cut stone on account that look at like how dark that body color is. And so I thought I'd just run you through, kind of a little bit of the evaluation process that I'll be going through while I'm sorting out and looking at what I'm going to work with first and how I'm going to work with it. Is it going to be a cabochon? Is it going to be a faceted stone? I'm very excited to get some of these dopped up to facet, but I'm also equally excited to see what some of these guys are going to look like when they get cabbed up, especially the ones with the dendrites. And those dendrites are pretty. If you saw those, the intro. Now, this stuff reminded me of Melissa right away, and I don't know if you guys will all know why. But this is actually some of the Outlaw Rocks' opal material also. And the mine that we got to go to is called the Opal Queen. And they have done like extensive excavation there and a really well engineered mine. They do have more. And this pink material actually comes out of one of their other mines. And it is, yeah, it is because it is pink, Cindy. Ew, yes. And so this absolutely made me weak in the knees. Let me actually, we'll clear our little deck here. So this varies, the pink material varies as far as, it being opaque, and it being having a little bit more opaly gemminess. But if you're asking me, it doesn't matter. The coloring is very striking, And they were talking to me about how their buyers will buy the Pakistan pink opal. Sorry, there's like a little dirt on my strip. That's because I really use this for what we're doing right now. Whoops. And we just had yeah, hold on. Just a, like my phone holder could not handle it anymore. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I can't hold on. I just can't do it. So at any rate, sorry about that. See if we can get some focus. So yeah, pink opal from Pakistan is a gorgeous color, and this seems to have a little bit more saturation, and so I guess this is fairly desirable as far as pink opal goes. Didn't know. I mean, how many of us knew, other than say out of Thunder Eggs, that there was like a source for pink opal here in the United States anyway? But look at how clear some of this pink opal is. That's some gemmy stuff. Look at those edges. Look at that whole lump of it just glowing right there, and that triangle piece. And so I was like, absolutely, I need some of that right now. So we didn't get to mine this, but they did have it available. When we came back from the trip, we met at their shop that they do have in Bly, Oregon. And so I drooled on the material for a little while and ended up with a parcel of the pinks. And so one of the things that I actually like about this format too is that these guys are somewhat classified, and they're ready. They're ready already for me to do some work if it's going to. I'm not entirely sure. I think some of these will get like rose cut, and others will probably get cabbed. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And so, Soul, yes, this pink is opal too. And it's born in a similar way than the other stuff, and yet it's very, very special. And and so one of the like I let's see. You have Lady Diane has none of this. It's really rare apparently. And so yeah, when I was standing there in the same room as it, I was like, okay, I am in love with my fire opal, but I now actually need to get more of this, and it's going to be the pink stuff. And so good to see you, Afia Raka. We are opal gazing all night tonight. And so I the fire opal was like already just, you know, curling my toes, and then I caught an eyeful of the pink and needed to get this as well. And so right. Did somebody say opal? Yeah. Yeah, I figured that that was kind of like Beetlejuice for you, or agate for Brian. Thank you for coming around. And so, the way it's amazing. Hopefully you do lots of videos with these opals. I absolutely will. I will. And I hope to be more informative the next time that we all meet, as far as, you know, what we're looking at. Look at how gemmy that one in the middle is with the little white patch to it. Oh, that's so good. Let me like just backlight that one more time. So the way that this works is that they were cinnabar hunting and mining, and we have a quite a bit of that going on in Oregon. And they were coming across this opal, and this was just tons of it in the tailings because they had no use for it when they were cinnabar mining. And so basically, you have cinnabar stained opal here. And sold, these are found in like South Central Oregon, maybe even a hedge to the east. But yeah, we did travel some distance to go be near these. And yet they're in the same state as me, so they're not safe at all. I will be back. And we didn't, like I said, get to go to this mine, but these guys have this as well, and it is I don't want to say like necessarily that it's part of the same system, but yeah, they mine this also, and it is regional. How's that? And Jahik is asking why so small. And my answer to you is that I was shown some larger lumps, and they were a little bit out of my range, if I'm being honest, because this is spendy material. Once again, Diane was saying that she doesn't have any. A lot of people don't have any of this. It's rare. I mean, it's just coming out of this place, this one place. And so it's amazing. And this kind of pink eye isn't that bad, I would agree. um and so they do pull larger lumps of this out of the ground, and I did get to hold on to some and perhaps even stroke it lovingly, but it was enough per gram that it was a little out of my range, especially after we had done the mining trip with them already. And so I got what I got, and I promised Troy that I would be getting more of this. Like I'll be buying it by the parcel. Pink eye or stink eye. I will take the pink eye, please, for however much money. And you can pink opal also from Western Australia. Oh, cool. Hey, I would love to see some of that pink opal as well. I mean, I mean, this is rare. I was mentioning some of the pink opal from Pakistan, so I know that it's not so rare that it's the onlyest place. There is pink opal from other places, but there is a question of the color and the stability and the quality. And so from what I understand, this is actually some pretty darn great stuff. And so pretty darn excited about playing with that. And no, this isn't Spencer. So just a really quick recap. This is Outlaw Rocks opal, and they took us onto their claim to do their mining. And so they provided the roto hammer, and we did some hard rock mining into the wall. They have, a prepared, wonderful mine area. And so we had the opportunity to do that. And then also I did a lot of work in the tailings to like, I was doing great. I was bringing up huge lumps there too. And so it's more like South Central Oregon as opposed to the Spencer, which is over there in Idaho. And thank you so much, Mr. Bob. I really appreciate you. Oh my gosh. So pink opals ring our bell, and so does Bob's Rocks. Cost offset donation. Thank you so much. Yeah, we did burn some gas in. Oh, we put the casita through it because we went off road. It was a crazy time, but wouldn't you do the same thing for these rocks? I mean, look at these things. So much fun. And so I will be doing some grading videos. Like we'll get together and you guys can kind of sort rocks with me if you're into it. And I'll try to like bring you guys through the whole learning process, and then we'll do some cabbing, and we'll also do some faceting with the material. And you missed that too. Afiraka, Manny, the different values of the fire opal that they have there. We've got a bunch of different colors, and we have like ones that are clear enough that we can get some really nice faceted stones out of. And I mean, this is like the tip of the iceberg. I don't know if you came in when we were looking at the big bowl of the opal material, but we have, okay, so gemmy enough to facet all day. I'm gonna have to avoid that little crack, but yeah, that's gonna make, I don't know if you guys saw the trillion that I made from their opal material. I posted it. I can post it again in the Discord if you guys want me to, because I love looking at it. But So there's stuff that's abundantly facetable in all the different colors, and this material goes all the way from, I'd almost say, a chartreuse green tint in that lemon yellow stuff all the way through to fire engine red. Pardon me. And then when you have the pieces that are not lit, they can present very dark, and then actually be quite light. And so I don't know how light that's going to perform when faceted. But if it's a shallow cut, like a brilliant, then we can add some light with the cut. And so I am excited. This is going to be good. Yes, we had a great trip, Lady Diane. Thank you. It's quite the road trip. There were like many days to rolling around. And okay, I will definitely post the trillion again. I've got a picture of it also set into a jewelry piece that went to a dear friend. Um, and I see congratulations going off to Afia Raka. So, oh my gosh, this is why. I'm so excited for you too. Oh, Manny, you definitely deserve this. And I can't wait to see the amazing things that are going to come off of your DOPS. So, congratulations to you. That is fantastic. And let's see. Oh, and like here's this. I'm catching up on the chat, but this is some of the kind that was going on over at Ellison's. Like Cindy was having internet problems, and so everybody made sure that she got some of the rocks that she needed. There was space rocks and dino bones that she needed, and so it was really cool. And yes. I noticed that citron thing in the yellow. It does. It bends the light all the way to green, and so does the orange in some cases. I am tripping. Like when I've been faceting these, it's just magic. Well, but that's opal. That's why opal is so alluring for people. You get the opal fever because you start gem gazing this stuff, and it's just so good. And so I'll give you one more look at some of this that so I showed you some of the value for some of maybe the capable opal facetables. Blah, blah, blah. You can see my dark is what's throwing the dendrites, and you can see it like diving down into that bit of the yellow there at the top. And I don't know that I can get a backlight to this. Yeah, it's got the crust is all the way around, but you can kind of see the dimensionality. And so some of this is kind of like working a moss agate where you're going to choose how you cut a piece. Like it is opal through and through, but I think that there's ribbons of dendrite going through this stuff. And so you kind of have to calculate, where do I want where do I want to cut it? How am I going to frame some of this mineral activity best, because the dendrites are so pleasing. And so we have all the things. We have inclusions that make them interesting, and we have opal that loves to change body color, kind of like a jelly opal. So absolutely fabulous. And also Allison is saying that she did put some rocks aside as well, so looking good. And we've got November field trip to Queensland Gem Fields for 4 days. Dude, you are so stoked. Please keep us updated. Like, I hope that you're making videos, and we kind of miss you around, but it sounds like you've been just really busy. So check in with us, because we'd love to know what you're up to. It's fantastic. And with that, November in Missouri, I don't think so. All right. Let's get that over here. You guys are fantastic. This has been a complete blow Karen away evening. We started with the incredible generosity of the rock community, getting Karen set up with Gem Cut Studio. Manny, I get to play with the engineering of the gemstones. Very exciting. Thank you, Lisa, and all of you in the community that did take part. I should read those names over again. You guys can read the or listen to the beginning over and over again when I do finally read the note. But I appreciate every single one of you. You know that I do. Thank you. And then we moved on to Brian 775 Rockhounding box that was full of all kinds of incredible treasures, including the turquoise nuggets that I wanted, but also varisite and fluorite and beautiful Gary green, some picture jasper, just fantastic things, an abundance of generosity coming from Brian 775. And if you want to go check out his stuff. Of course, he's got a YouTube channel, but also over on the Facebook, he's got a whole page, and he's actually offering some of the stuff like the petrified woods and stuff like that that you saw tonight. He's offering over there to folks. He's doing a little cleaning of house, and so you too can kind of swoop on some of his awesome collection of stuff. And then we moved on to Outlaw Rocks, Opal. And thanks again, Troy and Michelle, for being such awesome hosts, for letting us onto your claim and doing some hard rock mining with us. It was such a good time. I'm amazed and blown away. That pail that you guys can see actually here, right here, that was what Steve got. And I still have an entire mining bag to go through of my rocks. And so we will do that together coming up on a live stream. And of course, there's going to be a video created that is more of a start to finish. You saw at the beginning of this video during the intro to the other video that's going to be a real YouTube video that you can watch that has the information about what we did. All right. And so before I go on and on too much, yeah, right? Been meaning to get the gem cut. So yeah, dude, get it so that we can play together. We can chit chat over all of the geekiness of that. And Alabama is saying, I really love the opal. I'm glad to see beautiful opal from America. Thank you so much for sharing that. Right? I mean, we love the opal from everywhere, but it's really, really neat that we have some right here at our back door that we can go get. And I love the idea of doing kind of that farm to table lapidary, like go mine it and then shape it, uh, catch its vibe, let it tell me what it wants to be, and then finish it into a piece of jewelry or let it out into the world for you guys to enjoy, either the rough or something that's already been polished. And so that's going to happen. There will be some for me and some for you guys for sure. And so we'll visit that on down the road a little bit. Like I said, we'll be doing probably like an auction jewelry extravaganza, maybe about once a month. And so maybe, you know, when Kyle needs to take another break or something like that, we'll hit another one. And Melissa, thank you so much. Come join our Discord and come play with us. I'm going to be posting up some stuff like that trillion here when I'm done. And it is such an awesome community. You can come and commune over there on the Discord all week long, shows and tells. We've got a Christmas like non-Santa exchange thing going on. And there are lives over there, Jawhick and Tint. We love hitting the live streams, even over on the Discord, where everybody gets to take part, not just one host, but everybody can chat. And yeah, a farm to table lapidary, outstanding. Gotta love it. Gotta love sharing. Thank you so much for everybody being awesome, sharing. And oh, Melissa does have a question. Anyone know how I can become a member using an iPad? I know that there's like different hoops that you got to jump through. And we were talking about this last night, and it's great when like somebody gifts membership, because then you kind of get swooped up into that. But sometimes if you are just trying to do it on your own, I know my mom still doesn't know how to do it, and I'm pretty sure she's got an iPad as well. So that would be super good to know how to do. Mine to table. Indeed. Indeed. And the self-collected jewelry, yeah. Just love it. It just seems to like have so much more meaning. And we have mine to cab. Indeed. And Melissa and Squirrel are still talking about the fluorite. Very good. Yeah, come play on the Discord, Lady Diane. It's a good time. And yeah, this might be the only way to do it. That's the way I know anyway. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much. Steinkerns to you again. Let's all take a drink together to your health and to your projects and to fall and all the things that brings to us. We are all so very lucky to know each other. Cheers to you. And words of wise. I'm a beginner at so many things. And, sometimes when you get older, you think, wow, like, do I really have to always be beginning again and again? But it keeps you young, and it stretches out your brain, and it challenges you. And so learning new things, like I get to learn Gem Cut Studio, like a whole nother program, like woohoo. And apply it to the faceting, which, I've been doing for a little while now, but you still, there's these masters that run around and you're just going, how do they even do that? And the beginning of like being able to do my very longest ride on the wing foil, it was like flying, like I flew across the lake. And that was just an amazing thing. You see like hoverboard, feet above the water. And so there's a daunting kind of thing about being a beginner, and it can be intimidating, but then at the same time it's exhilarating, and having a beginner's mind where for sure you don't know everything is a really, really good place to be. And I try to have the discipline to reside there more. You learn so much more when you're open like that. And so thank you guys so much for your birthday wishes. Thank you, Tiger Eye, and sharing your whys with me, and all of the braining wheels that you all have out there. Thank you, Blind Squirrel Rocks and Amber and Cindy for being here, and Kid and Lisa Steinkerns to you. All the good friends, Lesby Rockin', Allison, Rufotris showed up. Hey, good to see you too, Chris. And did I already say Lady Diane? Thank you so much for being here. And I know Rocky Mountain Bear was here earlier, and William, off your rocker. So good to see you too. And don't worry about missing my birthday. It's like we get to celebrate every day. It was so good to celebrate yet again with all of you guys. And Melissa, thank you so much. And my mom was here too. Cheers to you. And I'm going to send you out one more time on this one, then we'll change it. Cheers to John. And John, you got to know, I actually had the theme song for the credits in my head, like an earworm while I was flying over the waters. So I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you so much. It's a birthday week. Oh, is it Manny's birthday also? Cheers to you. Blind Squirrel Rocks, thank you also. You guys have a great week. It's great to be here at the dawning of the new week. And so rock on, everybody. Are we alive, everybody? Are you here? Am I here? Man, we can't hear me. Let's start over again. Are you here? Am I here?
Wahi.
Man, we can't hear me. Let's start over again.